Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Storytelling Session with Sneha. So I was reading out to you Happiness by Mupasso. So is my story session giving you happiness? If yes, then share my videos with your friends and family and share some love and happiness. So I will be reading out the last part of the story today. Hercules could not show himself in public without being received with shouts of acclamation and noisy greeting, and deputations from the nobility as well as from the people came repeatedly and told him that he had only to make a sign and to say a word for his name to be in every mouth and for his authority to be accepted. They begged him on their knees to accept the supreme authority as though he would be conferring a favor on them. But the freelance did not seem to understand them and repelled his offers with the superb indifference of a soldier who has nothing to do with the people or a crown. At length, however, his resistance grew weaker. He felt the intoxication of power and grew accustomed to the idea of holding the lives of thousands in his hands, of having a palace, arsenals full of arms, chests full of gold, ships which he could send on adventurous cruise wherever he pleased, and of governing that city with all his houses and all the churches, and of being a leading figure at all grand functions in the cathedral. The shopkeepers and merchants were overcome by terror at this, and bowed before the shadow of that great sword, which might sweep them all away and upset their false weights and scales. So they assembled secretly in a monastery of the Carmelite friars outside the gate of the city, and a short time afterwards the weaver Marconelli and the money changer Ripon brought Gioconda, who was one of the most beautiful courtesans in Venice, and who knew every secret in art of love, and whose kisses were a foretaste of paradise, back with them from that city. She soon managed to touch the soldier with her delicate fair skin, to make him inhale his bewitching odor in close proximity, and to dazzle him with her large dark eyes, in which the reflection of stars seemed to shine. And when he had once tasted the feast of love and that heavy wine of kisses, when he had clasped that pink and white body in his arms, and had listened to that voice which sounded as soft as music, and which promised him eternities of joy and vowed to him eternities of pleasure, Hercules lost his head and forgot his dreams and his oaths. Why lose precious hour in conspiring, in deluding himself with chimeras? Why risk his life when he loved and was loved, and when the minutes were all too short, when he would have wished never to detach his lips from those of the woman he loved? And so he did whatever Gioconda demanded. They fled from the city without even telling the sentinels who were on guard before his palace. They went far, far away, as they could not find any retreat that was sufficiently unknown and hidden. And at last, they stopped at a small, quiet fishing village where there were gardens full of lemon trees, where the deserted beach looked as if it were covered with gold, and where the sea was as deep until it was lost in the distance. And while the captain and the courtesan loved each other and wore themselves out with pleasure, with the enchantment of the sea close to them, the irritated citizen whom he had left were clamoring for their idol, were indignant at their desertion, and tore up the paving stone in the streets to stone the man who had betrayed their confidence and worship. And they pulled his statue down from his pedestal amidst spiteful song and jokes, and the member of the council breathed again, as they were no longer afraid of the great sword. So this is the end of this story, Happiness by Mupasso.